Good morning. So there's pictures that are going to be going up behind me, so I might turn back and reference them every once in a while. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Becca Lucas, and I'm a member of the titʼu, Northern Chumash Tribe of San Luis Obispo County and region. I was invited to speak to this group right before Thanksgiving of last year, and I talked about the scientific prowess of California tribes and the responsibility for land stewardship during a time in which we are meant to celebrate the spirit of coordination between tribes in this country and visitors. I am happy to be here today and report on some of the exciting land tending progress that we have made, as was just alluded to, not only within SLO County as a whole, but specifically within the city of SLO Spring Belt. So I think we already sort of ruined the surprise here, but some of you might have seen signs or received notifications or smelled smoke in the air for just a little bit of time on June 18th of this year. And that was us. Our tribe was able to bring back good fire to our homelands and conduct a cultural burn at Johnson Ranch Open Space, which I'm sure all of you are familiar with this area, but if you are not, it is just a few miles south of here on the way up to Apple Beach, which is actually my ancestors' home village of titʼ. So this cultural burn at this site was a welcomed byproduct of a long-term relationship developed with the city of SLO, and in particular the Office of Sustainability and Natural Resources over the last couple of years. The planning and preparation for this burn in particular really launched in earnest at the beginning of this year, and this in its entirety was a careful and concerted effort, an intentional relationship between our tribe, our regional CAL FIRE, and the city of SLO, including the fire department and the ranger service. We could not have done this without our incredible and dedicated partners at all of these locations who really made this possible. Which you can see, it's pretty unique to have state and local resources coordinating to bring something like this to fruition. So we have twin goals for this burn of returning fire to the land for native grasses restoration, but also to our people. We have tribal elders who remarked that they never thought they would see the return of fire to our homelands in their lifetime, which if you saw in the first photo, the victorious hands in the air, that was our tribal chair, Mona Tucker, after we had the first light. We were able to create and use some of our traditional fire implements, like right there. This included oak and elderberry tree branches to hold dry grasses from the Johnson Ranch location, small pine cones that were a little bit open and covered in sap and moss so they could carry fire longer as fire torches. We braided dried tule to create fire ropes, which you can see in the corner over there. So this burn was not only a reconnection for our people, but also an opportunity for the city fire department and CAL FIRE to participate and learn about a cultural burn and traditional implements, particularly at a time when the state is ramping up the frequency of cultural burns. I imagine that on your way here, some of you might have noticed the burn scar on the hill just over that way from the fire we had just a couple days ago. So I want to honor that fire can be a destructive force, and it can inspire fear and awe, and some of you might have witnessed this fear very up close throughout your lifetime. Fire, when it's intentional, low intensity and targeted, can be good. Fire was the most efficient and effective land management tool for thousands and thousands of years for California tribes. Annually, under indigenous fire regimes and lightning, 5 to 13 million acres would burn just in California. So compare this to our worst fire year on record in 2020, which was just 4.2 million acres. These are, of course, very different fires. There's a different landscape now, but it's important to remember how much fire this land was used to and what it craves now. I took our last photo here, which might mean that we go a little bit quicker than This is the burn site, actually, once it was done, which only took about 2 hours. I took this photo 8 days after the burn, so this was July, if I can do math really quickly, 26 or something. Mid-June, no rain, and you can already see the amount of regrowth from the junctuses, which is a really important plant for our basket weaving practices. Good fire can improve plant quality and quantity. It makes our iconic oak woodlands healthier and more abundant. It readies us for climate change and hardens us against wildfire risk and so much more. Good fire is medicine. Good fire is connection. On behalf of the tribe, I want to say that we're so grateful for all the community support in bringing back this good fire, and we are super excited for what's to come. Thank you.